I'm super stoked because this box is finally here and it has our new Rossier R4 full exhaust system for our Honda 400EX. I know a lot of you guys have been eagerly waiting for a new exhaust because we still have the stock exhaust on the quad, so I'm super excited to open this up and check it out. Before we open this up, I just want to let everybody know that we are a Rossier dealer, so you can check out the pipes at PeteHager.com. After we check out the pipe, we're going to go down to Illinois Powersports to have Jay work his magic on the dyno, and we'll see before and after numbers with the stock setup compared to the new setup with the Rossier R4 and the Dyno Jet kit that I picked up for the 400. Wow. Here is the muffler. We went with the 2020 RE logo and the black tip. I think that looks super sharp. It's going to look really nice. The quad is pretty much all black and red. There's not much silver on it at all, so that was kind of the theme we were going for. Here's the head pipe. The 400X has that dual port head on it, so it's kind of a dual exhaust that goes into a single here. Looks awesome. Build quality looks great, as always, from Rossier. Just super stoked to have a full system for this, and there's not a lot of companies that make full system exhausts for the 400EX, so it's going to be really great to have this on, and I'm excited to see what kind of power it puts down. So I just wanted to give an extra shout out to Rossier. Thank you so much for supporting us, and I guess the next stop will be Illinois Powersports to see the before and after power numbers that the 400EX is going to put down.
All right, we are at Illinois Powersports. We got the 400EX. We're gonna go up and down the parking lot with the stock exhaust. It is crazy windy out of the south right now, so the exhaust note might not be the best, but after we put the new pipe on, we'll do the same thing so you guys can hear the difference.
Illinois Powersports is a premier destination for all your off-road and tuning needs. Their shop is located west of the Chicago suburbs next to Sycamore Speedway. From fully custom builds to basic bolt-ons and dyno tuning, Jay and his team strive for perfection with every project and are willing to work with any budget. I more than recommend their business and will continue to utilize their services long into the future. Cool. What's with the stutter at the top? I mean, it's just kind of weird.
It's probably running too fat.
Oh, okay.
If I had to guess.
Interesting.
We don't have an air fuel meter in it, so I'm just speculating, but it's chugging like it's running too rich.
So it pulled 2612
yes.
for peak, and that was also peak torque.
See, as the
2269.
As it got warmer, the stutter came quicker.
Yeah.
It tells me it's too rich.
Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting. So how much do you think that'll get cleaned up?
Well, once I see what the air fuel ratio is in, then I can tell you.
Will that move the peak power to a later point in the RPM, or that's kind of where peak power is always going to be
That's where
made?
the peak power should mostly be. It might move up a little bit, but the cam pretty much determines where your peak power is going to be.
Well, I guess that's that. Already changed the pipe on it?
Yep. Now, let me cool it down quick. It's probably a couple minutes to cool it down.
Yep. Yeah, that was, it ran really nice on the top end there. There was no adjustments with the airbox lid off. Okay. That's pretty, I mean, I know it's not a ton of power overall, but still, like, I mean, that's pretty funny just to take the lid off. Yeah, look at how much better that ran off top.
The theory I use for people is,
yeah,
go try running a marathon breathing through a straw.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense. Okay, what do you think about that air filter on there?
It'll be fine.
Yeah, the
I'm
K&N.
not saying it's not running lean, but it has a way nicer curve right now. It's not telling me it's running lean.
Yeah.
But of course we don't have the air fuel meter in either. So. But when we put the pipe on, we'll be able to get the air fuel meter in there because there's a spark arrestor in there now, so we can't. I'm not going to put a hole through it. Just for no reason. Something just came loose. There you go.
Okay. Choking out in the top.
So just put in the jet kit, at least that's where it is right now. So it made power everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Over the open air box.
Yeah.
When we trim some fuel out of it, we'll make more power here and it'll carry the power out further.
Okay.
It'll look more like this, but it should be up higher.
So what are you going to adjust then right now?
I'm going to change the main.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go look and see what they sent us.
Sounded healthier.
Yeah, see our lines coming up here now?
Yeah.
Because that's where we were before. Still on the little on the fat side. Probably dropped down 2 more sizes.
Really?
Yeah,
So
we're
then,
getting a little bit of a breakup at the end. I mean, you'll never be out that far,
yeah.
but I want it to be clean all the way out to the end.
Mm-hmm. You're normally adjusting the whole point or every point of the rev range with it being fuel injected, with it being carbureted. Do you you jet it for peak power? Is that how it works?
No, carburation is,
I don't know how.
to me, a carburetor is a controlled fuel leak.
Okay.
A carburetor is kind of a compromise. Yes, you can get it really close, but it's never going to be perfect everywhere. So you have to pick your battles and look at the big overall picture.
That makes sense.
Fuel injection, we can pinpoint anything we really want to.
Yep.
Or the carburetors, it is what it is, but we can get it really close.
So when it's above here, it's rich?
No, that's lean when it's above.
It's lean when it's above.
Yes.
Okay.
Like you can have a false lean, but you can't make up a false rich.
Okay, interesting.
False lean can be an air leak, and it's sensing more air and reading lean, which I know we don't have a false lean, but everybody's like, oh, you know, because people would wig out if they knew there was a 150 jet in here and called for a 170. Like, why are you jetting it down so far?
Yeah.
They send that thing out so they know you're not going to burn the thing down.
Yeah.
This is the difference between putting in a jet kit and dialing in a jet kit.
It's not like it didn't run with the 170.
Right.
But it was cutting out on the top end.
Yep. This should eliminate the cutout. It may not be perfect, but our line will probably be about right here right now, if I had to guess. I like just tiptoeing up. The other way we can do it is to make a huge change, and then say if we're too lean, well now we at least found our window. Now we can kind of divide jets between it, where now we're just kind of taking
Just chipping away.
We're chipping away.
But our peak power and everything's not going to change really.
It really shouldn't change.
No.
We're trying to clean up the over rev, but he's really, with this machine, he should never, ever, ever hit the over rev.
Yeah.
Because ideally, you're looking to shift. You know,
at.
keep bringing yourself in your peak power when you're losing your 1200 RPM to 1400 RPM between the shifts.
Yes.
You see, when we made our first change, we went from this to this. Now we made the same amount of jet size changes, and it went from this to this. That's too lean.
That's a
There's
big
our
change.
window.
So we went from the 170 to the 150? Or did you just go from 160 to a 150?
150.
So we want to put a 155 in now?
And see where it's at. We'll have to see where your fuel is, but it did clean up the stutter. We had one little hiccup there, but that wasn't a fuel hiccup.
Yeah.
But you see, it cleaned it up here, but we're too lean at peak power, way too lean. I don't want this peak power number to be anything above that.
Yeah. So do you think the 155 will be still too lean?
Well, one way to find out.
So if that's too lean, then what do you...
Then we gotta put a 160 back in and call it a day.
And just call it a day?
Because that's all we can do.
Okay. But did you see how I was like staying when I was just touring around, I was staying down way in the blue? Yeah.
You're totally fine. Like even when you hit it, if you're up in the RPMs a little bit, you full throttle it, you'll never be above the lean line. It always stays on that. That's only when we're pulling way down from like 2,500 RPM, zero bog.
Yeah.
It's just when I'm at 2,000. 2,000 is technically really idle.
Yeah.
This one's a little low, but it'll be fine.
So we pretty much got it dialed right into the sweet spot now.
Yeah, that purple line is not, this was the from before, now we're all right here. Now this is our most recent lines, our green line. Let me take them all out of there.
Yeah, that looks sweet.
That's the best compromise we're gonna get.
Wow. Makes steady power. That's how it feels when you ride it. But it seems like it's gonna pick up a lot better. Yeah, we'll have to see the overlay with how it was when we brought it in.
Let me cool it down just for a couple minutes, and then we'll make our passes, because right now we're all heat soaked.
Yep.
So we're not gonna have a real valid comparison with this particular jet, so we're changing jets so fast. So we'll literally let it cool down for 3 or 4 minutes.
Run the fans.
And we'll make a couple passes, and then we'll be done. We can put it back together.
Cool.
because we're doing too many passes all in a row. By the time we're done, it'll go down a little bit in power. Now we took it back down to where we were first starting to jet, so it's a little more consistent temperatures. So this is more of an accurate thing. So now we did, there's our number right there, 2926. Now we'll do our best pass when it came in. And our pass coming in is going to be good because we're coming off a full cold.
Yes.
So that's actually a little bit elusive. It's going to be a little higher number even than what it normally would, like right now, because we never cooled it down to full cold.
Wow. Look at that. Progressing.
Red is, yeah, baseline run brought in as it came from Honda, short of a filter, but in the stock box with the lid on.
Yeah.
So it really didn't make a difference. Blue, taking the airbox lid off, no other changes. Green, putting on the pipe and the jet kit, setting it up exactly the way the instructions wanted it. And then yellow is dialing in the jet kit.
Wow. Torque's impressive. I just noticed that. That's a big jump in torque too.
Yeah, good 3.5 pounds. Over 3.5 pounds of torque.
Wow. Well, that's quite a bit. Just
And it's the way it makes the power. If you look at how that,
yeah, could we
the
could
red
we do
line,
red versus this darker yellow?
yeah, let's just do the first
Yeah.
and last pass. So when this thing made 26 horsepower, it made over 25 horsepower. Let's just use a round figure. Over 25 horse for approximately 1,000 RPM. Now it's making 25 horsepower for 3,000 RPM.
that's
25
that's a
horse
lot.
or more.
And it's pushing
So-
30 near peak.
Yes.
So
So the area under the curve is huge. The bottom end is huge.
yeah, it's coming on way stronger right here. Well, then look at the torque.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's going to be so fun. I can't wait to ride it. That's sweet.
10 more minutes, you'll be on it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Always working your magic, man. That's great. Well, I'd say it's going to be perfect. I didn't want this thing to be like some crazy powerhouse of a machine, but this will be enough just to make it a little more realistic to ride. A little more consistent.
We can put this thing together. Let me give you this so we don't forget that.
Yep. Crazy. Actually, I didn't expect it to be that big of a gain. That's a huge gain.
I'm impressed with the bottom end of this thing.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. We're going to take this for a little rip, but it has got to be gusting to 40 miles an hour plus right now. I have not seen wind like this in a while, so it might not be the most accurate for sound. But this thing is making a lot more power everywhere. And this is going to be crazy to ride it real quick before we load it up. Well, that's already a noticeable change. Man, it's got a really good sound to it. That's noticeable, 100%. It's a lot crisper when you hit it.
You notice how those go bogs when you're on the street?
Yes.
I mean, if you're plugging the thing in fifth gear, go to whack it in May.
Yeah.
But normal riding, you'll never ever feel it.
No, it's great. You good? So much stronger. That is epic, man. This is gonna be so fun to ride this weekend. So noticeable on the bottom. Picking up the R's really good. That's great, man. This thing runs great. Dude, Jake can make anything run so good. I can't recommend Illinois Powersports enough. We drive a long ways to work with him, and he just crushes it every time. He is more than worth the drive if you're a ways away. Definitely look into Illinois Powersports west of Chicago.
It's man, in the low end, like in the like first and second gear, it's actually wanting to pick the front end up now under power. Fourth gear, I mean, it's not that the gears feel longer, but they do at the same time. I don't know if it's just because the power is carrying so much longer now. I think the one time I thought I was in fifth, but I was still in fourth. So that was kind of weird how different it feels. I mean, what, it was cutting out at 7 grand before, and now it's at least pulling all the way to, I don't know what, yeah, 9, I guess, technically. Right on. Well, it was a windy test. You made it happen again. This will be fun. And we'll ride it this weekend. It'll get a lot of screen time. It'll be on video. People will see it. So, and we're going to get this video out as fast as we can. It's exciting stuff. People have been waiting for a pipe for a long time. So I'm excited. All right, we better load up before we blow away. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, thank you, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah. We have to get another 4-wheeler. We're running out of 4-wheelers.
You got the flares.
Oh, yeah, we do. I'm stoked. Well, this is an easy load up. We just drive it in the truck. You want to ride it?